You know what that is? That's me. Because I got me. Ain't nobody else got me. But I got me. Since I got me, then I got 3. I need to feed. Make sure they got shelter. Make sure they got a ride to the grocery store. That's like some main things right there. Transportation, food, and a home. So people, get it together for your families. There's steps, there's levels to this. This really is. Okay? And when you going up your level in the chain of beating the devil, they say you, hold on, pause that. But playing with the devil. So let's go ahead and beat him. Make sure you got yourselves, because you gotta have your family. Because for one, if you got kids, they didn't actually be put here. But since we got levels to becoming sober and recovering, the first year they say don't really involve yourself with nobody. You know? If you're not dating nobody, be single. Don't. That's true. That's 100%. But let me tell you, if you got to rock, you got to rock. If you got to ride or die, you got to ride or die. I don't want to hear that. Everybody works they program their own way. So everybody stop judging. Everybody trying to stop telling you how you do it. Everybody does their own thing in their own way. Okay? So it don't matter if somebody's sober and they need to be single for a year. No, that's not true. Because let me tell you something. My ride or die, she dropped me off. And then she picked me up. And then she got me back. And guess what? I told her she had to give me at least 5 years. You got to give me at least 5 years because I gave you 10 years of a mess. So if I gave you 10 years of a mess and you stuck around for 10 years of a mess, you gotta give me 5 years to show you that I am able, I am capable, I will be here to support you. I will be here to whatever you ask for, I will do it. Whatever it is, I will do it for you. That's what I told my ride or die. Because my ride or die is stuck in there no matter what. Some females can't do that. Some males can't do that. Some need to be by themselves. But there is some people out there that have ride or dies. And they got their own category. Just like if you got to rely on, if you don't have nobody, you ain't nobody there to push you. You ain't got nobody there to tell you you are good enough, because you already know you're good enough. You know you're good enough, but you don't know you're good enough because you're transitioning. You're going through this whole phase. All right? So make sure if you're going to you judge and you try to tell how people need to recover and people need to do that. No, what people need to do, people need to worry about themselves. That's it. And these kind of times, when it comes to recovering, you need to worry about yourself. You need to worry about working on your program the way you want to work your program. And it don't matter how you do it, as long as you doing it. And you know you're doing it to 100% in your way. And it don't matter if you quit and you quit all your mess and you want to smoke pot. That's cool. That's working the program. Man, you went from shooting that heroin to doing that coke to doing that crack to smoking a little medical grade marijuana. That's amazing. Or you go from shooting heroin to doing this to doing that to doing Suboxone. That's amazing. That ain't nothing about methadone. Fuck that shit. That's worse than heroin. But if you doing your program and you gotta do Suboxone, do your Suboxone. And then when you're ready to undo your Suboxone, you ready to do it all, you gotta go to fucking Klonopin. Go to your Klonopin, take your Klonopin for your little restless leg syndrome. You do all of that, and then you're good. Work your program where you want to work your program. That's how you want to. That's 3 different ways you can work a program. Or you can just do it cold out sober. But guess what? I don't suggest doing it. Why put yourself through that? Why put your body through that? But that's 3 different ways that I just said. So if I could come up with 3 ways off the top of my head of how to work a program, I'm sure there's so many different ways in this world a person can work their program. So stop judging people on how they need to work their program. All that matters is that they're doing it. And they're doing it for themselves, and they're not doing it for nothing else besides themselves. So they can go ahead and take care of their family. Enough of that. I just need to get that off my chest. I've been seeing some crap about that. That's not cool, man. You worry about yourself. And if you got a problem, I ain't hard to find either. Everybody knows where Sean lives at. Thank you. But you gotta, on top of that, after that rant, when you're going through your program I'm just going to give you a little information, a little guidance. I said in one of my videos the other day a little bit about you got to build your foundation. When you build your foundation, all right, and you set yourself set yourself some goals. Well, from you setting yourself some goals, you start fulfilling those goals every day. You got to do one. You got to do a goal every day. Man, look, there was 4 different things pretty much every day for the first, man, till today, actually, till today, 4 years in, I'm still setting myself goals. I'm still setting myself levels with normal life, like life things, with home life, with work life, with your social life. I set goals in everything I involve myself in. So when I'm home, I set it on being pretty much a better father than I was every day. Every day I wake up and I'm a father to my 2 beautiful babies. Guess what? I'm making sure I'm a better father the next day. 100%. There ain't no way about it. When it comes to work, it's me being a better worker for the next day. There ain't no doubt about it. I'm going to learn something. I'm going to build off of it. And I'm going to take it with me for the next day so I know I will be all right. And I will be stronger at my job. To where I know when it comes to certain things, I got my boys at work to rely on when I don't know certain things. And if I don't push and I don't show I don't show myself that I can do this, nobody else around me is going to know that I can do it either. So I'm going to do this first for myself. And then I'll have my boys at work to rely on to help me push through the hard times, you know? Just show me the ways around them hard times. That's why you surround yourself with just a few people in your little bubble. That's how I do it. Anybody does it in their own way. But these are just little facts. But the people you surround yourself with, you gotta have trust. You gotta have the trust. You gotta have the trust. You gotta have the communication. You gotta have the communication. And you gotta have a pretty tight bond with them. That right there is three pretty good things, you know? So setting them goals, setting them and fulfilling them is the way to go. So you know the next day when you wake up, you throw yourself some more goals out there, and you go ahead and you blast them to space too. But you gotta do it, and you gotta push yourself, and you gotta make yourself feel uncomfortable. But you gotta not make sure you make the people around you feel uncomfortable. Understand? You can't make them feel like, man, who is this guy? You know, and I'm just saying this. I'm just telling you from experience. Sometimes people tend to be a little bit too much, and you don't mean to be. You don't mean to be. You just are. You're excited. You're happy. You're humble. You're sober. So all I'm saying is level up. Just know that. Level up. You gotta level up. You gotta jump to the next level. And when I mean level up, I mean don't try to go all the way to the top. Don't try not to go all the way to the top. Because it's not cool. Stick around halfway, 3/4 mark, I'm telling you. Bounce around right there, because if you bounce around right there, that means you learning. That means you ain't spinning your wheels. That means you learning. You getting stronger. You getting more energy. You're getting to be social. You're going to be a regular person. When I say regular person, I mean that from the bottom of my heart, a regular person, because when you're an addict, you're not a regular person. You become something that you don't even know what you are. And I know that from experience. I became people. I became people. I didn't become somebody. I became people. By the ending, I became people. Oh yeah, it was people. I wasn't just a person, somebody different. I was people. You didn't know who I was every day. You didn't know what was going to come at you. And you had no clue. I'm going to put this one on how I look. This is me. 4 years sober. The other half tells me I'm 35, fine with a dad bod. I say I'm just fat. But there's no, you can, they say you shouldn't rely on nobody else, and you do it for yourself, and I understand that, but sometimes it's good to have, if you can have a ride or die, it's good to have that ride or die. And if you ride or die can hold it together while you're trying to get yourself together, then you got yourself a Bonnie and Clyde. I could probably preach. I could probably say so many things. At the end of the day, we all know it ain't gonna happen until the person's ready to do it. So I hope somebody tonight, or tomorrow, next week, and I don't care. I really don't care. I know it's not gonna go really viral, like whoa, I really know. I know that. But if it can go to just one person, I'll be happy with that. Just be strong. Don't make the people around you that are there to help you feel uncomfortable, to where they're gonna start judging and have some remarks on what may be happening. You understand? You can't put yourself out there, like out there. You gotta slowly work yourself into a routine. And when I mean a routine, I mean everything from the time you wake up to the time you go to work, to the time you come home, to everything. You need to put yourself in a routine. Me, personally, y'all, I started kind of working out, me. Every now and then. Like every day, every other day I'm doing something. Then y'all got me these are go against the wall or whatever. Do your incline with it. But take care of yourself. So when it's time, the people around you can help you and can push you. And maybe even ride or die. Mess with me. Showing in the morning, small talk. Like, subscribe, do your thing, like all these people that go viral. But another thing, I got a strong family at Beverlo Gas and Electric Lights since 1945. If y'all want any kind of lanterns, like copper lanterns, stainless steel lanterns, hit us up at Beverlo.com. By Beverlo Gas and Electric Lights.com. And just put Beverlo.com. That should pop up. And another one I want to give a shout out to my boy Chance. It's Preach Christ or Die. You know, go check him out. Preach Christ or Die. He knows it. He knows the word. If you have any questions, if you need to know, if you want to hear something, if you want to hear anything, go look him up on YouTube. Preach Christ or Die. His name's Chance. C-H-A-N-C. C-H-A-N-C. Not with no S. But make sure you hit him up. Like and subscribe to his page. Ring his little notification bell. Give him a little comment. He knows the word. And he's recovering addict himself. Mess with him. Sean in the morning, small talk. And make sure if y'all want to like, go hit that bell. That's for you, Jason.